Hubbard's Don't Make Me Count to 3. We're on chapter 12, to spank or not to spank. And she's going to suggest that there are two areas of foolishness: direct disobedience, so when you've given clear instructions and they've disobeyed, and a defiant attitude. So if the face or the body or something is rebellious. This is pretty common to say direct disobedience. I think Dobson talks about willful disobedience. This is a pretty common distinguisher. I'm going to zoom back and say, from a Christian perspective, however, this is not what we receive from God. This always makes me think of the parable of the unforgiving servant. This is not our experience of how God, a holy God, interacts with us. This is where the Stowaway theology comes in, probably, I'm guessing, because Hubbard doesn't get into a lot of theology. She would say that's dealt with at the cross, that we would get it, but then the cross, Jesus was substitute. We would be getting punished, but Jesus is our intermediary, so we're spared that. However, it doesn't apply to children. Like, Jesus is not the intermediary for the children. Like, even in this framework, like every misbehavior has a sin category by Bathetic Principles. Why would Jesus's mediation not be enough to apply to the child? And how is this not living out the parable of the unforgiving servant, where the one in authority receives the forgiveness and then turns around and exacts punishment on the one vulnerable under them that owes less? So it's perplexing to me how this works out theologically. To me, it doesn't hold water, but she doesn't really get into the theology of it. So she's just going to say, look, probably most of the time you're going to spank. And she's been setting up for this all the time. Like, spanking is this book, it comes through again and again in a very ordinary way. Like Tripp, I feel like you really could feel like the spiritual zeal and fervor coming off the page. I think Wilson, when he talks about it, you feel this like jovial military vibe. Here you get a very kind of matter of fact, like there will be spankings every day. Children know they will be spanked, and it's because you love them. The end. So that culminates kind of here.